Today we fly to Ketchikan with the goal of getting on our boat and taking 5 days to go from Ketchikan to Sitka. This trip will include traversing seldom used Rocky Pass and into Baranof Hot Springs. Luckily, we have some of the best weather you've ever seen in the southeast Alaska. My name is Owen Alla, and my family has lived in Alaska for almost 100 years. We have been through the good and the bad, but through it all, one thing remains constant. This land helps create the person you are and makes you a better person. I want to share Alaskan stories and information so that maybe this land can have the same effect on you. This is Alaska. This is home.
And where's our boat parked?
We flew from Anchorage to Ketchikan to meet up with our boat, which was left in the harbor in Ketchikan 2 weeks ago. Once you fly into Ketchikan, you have to take a ferry from the airport to the city because there's no road or bridge that connects the city to the airport. You might remember the controversial political topic about 15 years ago called the Bridge to Nowhere. Some people wanted to build an expensive bridge. Well, this is exactly where that bridge would have been built. But it was never built, so we're taking the ferry into Ketchikan.
Soon you'll see our beautiful boat. I've been on this boat before. Yes, look at that beautiful
Our
thing.
boat is waiting for us in the harbor where we left it 2 weeks ago.
And look at the underneath. Anders, I haven't seen your face yet.
Them luscious pets.
And Mommy.
Hello.
But before we went on the boat, we needed a few supplies for the journey, and specifically, the two boys wanted to see if we could find a BB gun somewhere in the hardware store. Luckily for them, we were successful and found the gun.
That boat.
Yeah.
Let's get this adventure going.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is supposed to be Ketchikan, the rainiest city in Alaska. It's amazing. All right, we're heading on our voyage. Let's get out to the boat.
What's behind us, guys?
Being a good deckhand.
Yeah,
There you go,
doing
Anders.
work that you guys
All right, this is it. Maiden voyage here. Boom. Last words before we push off.
Yeah. Bon voyage.
After getting the supplies, we loaded up the boat and left the harbor in Ketchikan and pointed the boat north. The plan is to drive the boat to Thoms Place Cove and anchor for the night. We needed to make it to Wrangell the next day to pick up our oldest son, who was flying from Anchorage to Wrangell to meet us there. He had to leave a day later than the rest of us because of his school. Once we anchored in Thoms Place Cove, the boys got out the BB gun as we cooked dinner to settle down for the night.
Isaac's at the boat there, and Owen is on, and I'm biking on this kayak. I think Anders is still asleep. There are some big boats out here. Our boat's just a little guy compared to these boats. Hi, Mom! There's a big yacht over there.
We chose Thoms Place Cove because it was relatively close to Wrangell. It looked easy to enter, and there was plenty of safe room to anchor. We finished our route to Wrangell and navigated into the harbor. The next thing we had to do was find our oldest son. We didn't have a car, so we started walking towards the airport. Luckily, we found him, and he'd already started walking from the airport into town. We headed west through Somner Strait to Point Baker. Point Baker is a small cove with a few houses, a fishing lodge, and a place to buy fuel. We all got out to stretch our legs and explore the area. The lady at the gas station offered to sell us the gas station and the dock, but unfortunately, we were not in the market to buy a marine fuel dock. We decided to find a bay just south of Point Baker to anchor for the night. We anchored in Labashire Bay.
Perfect. Oh, you're gonna crash. Whoa, there's the Anders. He's going so fast.
You bad boy! Set this eyes!
Run, Isaac. He's right behind you. And there's not your tabs.
All right, let's see what's up here, guys.
Oh, guys, these are like crab shells.
Yeah.
Lambs here.
Maybe.
Let's back and do some things. We're killing so many. I'm gonna shoot that green shell in that rock over there.
Okay.
Hopefully I have a good day. Dang, I missed.
You way missed.
No, it hit the rock.
We are out here on the inside passage in the middle of nowhere. We just took our kayaks over. The boat is out there,
And me and Mom.
but it's beautiful.
Yeah, I broke it.
Let me see it. Did it break in half? Oh, wow.
Rocky Pass has a reputation of being fearsome. The limited online information we found said, don't do it unless you have local knowledge. We had no local knowledge, but I studied the marine charts and thought it doesn't look that hard. The information that I did find recommended doing the crossing at high tide, obviously to give the boat more depth of water to work with, because it can get as shallow as 8 feet in parts of the channel. This channel is uncrossable in a cruise boat or any boat that does not have a shallow draft. There's only a very narrow channel that's winding and rock strewn, but at high tide, water covers the shallow rocks and gives you a false sense that the passage is wide. Even though this video makes the passage look wide, if you stray off the very narrow passage, you will run aground. High tide can give you a false sense of security. I put the boys on the bow of the boat to look for any rocks, just in case the charts were not accurate. The red and green navigation markers are definitely not consistent through Rocky Pass. The marine charts were accurate and kept us in the deepest part of the channel. We traversed the channel from south to north. In that direction, the green navigation markers are on your left and the red markers on your right. Red right return. Once we made it through Rocky Pass, we headed to Baranof Hot Springs and Warm Spring Bay. Warm Springs Bay has a public dock and a giant waterfall. There's a public dock at Baranof Hot Springs. Luckily, there's room for us to dock. We were traveling in late May, and I am sure that this will be much busier later in the summer. The first thing that everybody wanted to do was take a dip in the hot springs. The hot springs are a short hike from the dock.
Well, got clean in the hot spring. I'm taking a dive.
It is amazing being right next to a raging river and a waterfall and relaxing in the hot springs.
I think the best way, just still has to left a little bit.
Your boat was like right there.
Go this way.
No, don't do that. That's gay.
Whoa.
Bye.
Gotcha. Let's see these bathhouses.
Oh, the pain.
The hot springs also supply hot water to the bathhouses. The boys love filling up the tubs with hot, fresh water
Look at
and
that
soaking
view.
in them.
Hi.
Along with a gigantic waterfall. Isaac messing with this. So we got cold water there. We got hot water there. Just turn the hot water off.
Yeah, so then it gets colder. Common knowledge, people.
It's too hot, right? Alright, where's this? Another one here. And we got Ryder in here.
I think this was Camille's favorite part of the trip.
Nope.
Okay.
Put it down, come on.
Wait, what did you get?
Well, I thought it was clean.
Ooh, okay, good. I thought that was your key, and I was like, ooh. That's just picture of cold rock. What did you lose? Brick.
What'd you lose?
I think I have.
Anders, don't even throw it.
Alright. I'm fair and square again.
Okay, Anders.
It's not okay. I think. Wait, how cold. I'm just gonna bring down these
I
pants.
could not resist exploring the lagoon at Warm Springs Bay.
Here we go. We just left
we
the
gotta go
navicular.
fast. Yeah, we gotta go fast like in the movies.
There's the waterfall.
Look at that. That's so weird. It's like
We're gonna go check out
jumping
this
out.
bay over there. So earlier this morning we saw this gigantic whale in here. So hopefully it's not still here.
Hopefully it is.
It does not flip our boat over. Right, Isaac?
Looks like it is here.
Wow, look at that waterfall. How come I actually feel a little bit more secure in a kayak or a paddleboard than this thing?
Whenever I said that, I went the exact opposite way.
The bald eagle just zooming around.
Guys,
Dad, I'm sitting up.
That was good to have on film.
I like raisins. My own pack. Sunday.
The lagoon is called Salt Lagoon, and it's only passable at high tides. We put everybody in the tender and went for it.
No, it's gonna be fine. The tide went up enough where it's not.
My beautiful lake.
You like doing this a lot, don't you?
It looks like we're in Jurassic Park.
Stand up in front. Don't drop it.
Hold this.
Oh, there's a black bear.
Oh yeah, there is.
It's a black bear over there. See that?
Rock there. You sure it's a black bear?
That's a black
that's a
bear.
black
Yeah,
bear.
that's a
Let's go check it out.
Oversized.
Anders, look. It's a snow.
We won't get, because I see the tide going down. Yeah, and it's raining.
You could do a southeast.
I like trains. Who asked?
I did.
What do you think, Anders? Oh boy. Ryder, get in there. Let's see this stuff, man. Massive waterfall in the background.
And then you have me.
Then we have Isaac.
Yeah.
And then
No one else.
the main feature attraction.
And then Anders. And then we got Miss Beautiful herself. And we have
Miss Alaska.
Mr. Cool. Too cool for this. Oh well. Oh well.
The last leg of the journey brought us out of Warm Springs Bay and around Baranof Island to Sitka. Once we got the boat tucked in the harbor, we explored Sitka. There's a lot more to Sitka than I anticipated. Boating around Southeast Alaska with the family was very manageable and amazing. There was a great mix of sea versus land adventures, and I hope to do this again. We barely scratched the surface of things to do and see in Southeast Alaska.